date here first. So we're going to choose 10 dates, and from those 10 dates, we're going to choose one date. So when you're doing simulations, you don't have to go back like a lot because you want to stay within the vicinity of like 1 to 2 years because you know the market dynamics, they're always changing. So you're staying between the vicinity of 1 to 2 years. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start by April 2018, go all the way to June 2020. We're only going to go over like Sundays. We're going to go over GPJPY here as well. So let's just go to GPJPY here and let me just start Sundays, 10 dates, and get dates. Do Friday last week. No. Oh, the date any specified is not a valid calendar date. What does that mean? June. Oh, June. Yeah, June only has 30 days. Okay. All right. Get dates. Okay, so we got November, December 2018, 2nd April 2019, 12th December, May 19th. Let's do 19th May. Let's do 19th May 2019. Ooh, February, yeah, 19th May. Like 20th May is my birthday, so that's why, you know, whoever's birthday is in May, hats off to you. So yeah, 19th May 2019. All right, let's do that. Go to data center, go to GPG5. So basically this simulator you can get from, there's the website right over here. I'll point out the website here. It's soft for FX. Hope no porn opens up here because I have a virus here, man. It just opens up random pop-ups. Okay, yeah. So soft for FX, and you can just download the software, and like I think it's really cool. All right, so GPJPY, we got to make sure we got the updated chart over here. And then we got to make sure the news is also updated. We're going to update the news, make sure it's recording. Okay, perfect, it's being recorded. We close this, and now we start a new simulation. Let's go towards 2019, May 19th, Sunday. We're going to go to GPJPY. Okay, so what amount should we start with? I think we should start with, no, can't do $0, man. How can you start with $0? We're going to start with 10,000. Oh, 1,000, 2,000. Okay, 2,000. Let's start with 2,000. Let's start with 2,000, and this we're going to choose New York close. We're going to use leverage to 1 to 400 leverage. This is the history and the charts we want to see back in 150 days. And yeah, I guess we're going to start the simulation here. So let's bring up the charts, and we're going to choose our weekly chart. What simulator is this? Oh man. Weekly, daily chart. We're going to go to H4, 1 hour, 30 minute. We're going to go to 15 minute, and that's about it. So now we're going to pump up our charts here. 15 minute, got the 30, got the 1 hour, got the H4, daily, weekly. That's it. Awesome. Oh no, I did realize your name, Ted. Okay, so we're gonna bring up our naked charts over here. Go to naked templates. Man, someone told me how to do this. I did that once, and then I think that was on another one. But if you're looking at the screen here, you will see that the candles are really, really small. It's because you know it's a 4K monitor here. And it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look how left you can look at that. You can look all the way to the left to Never Never Land. All right, mate. So here we are. Okay, so let's go to weekly. Okay, so this is a chart we have. This is the start. Oh, this is actually 20th May, Monday. So daily. Let's start off with the daily here. So actually, let's not start off with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the times here. So you see the time right here. It says 000. I think I'm going to write the time right down over here, right? So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 is equals to 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, it's equals to 5 p.m. Eastern. You have 1000 hours. 1000 hours is 3 a.m. Eastern, which is London Open. And then you have my favorite. My favorite is going to be 13:30, 100 hours, which is the pre-NY, like around 6:30 a.m. Eastern. So looking at these times is really important. Let's just do this. Please disable the chat. Yeah, let's just wait 5 minutes. But if something like weird comes up, then I'm gonna disable the chat. But I'm gonna give it less than 5 minutes. All right. So this is what we got. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate the pre-New York Opens. Let's like the pre-New York, your New York Open, NYC Open. So that's what we're gonna look at. So first of all, we're gonna go over to the next time. We're gonna go over to the time when we're supposed to trade. Sometimes when you try to do the simulation, what most people do is they just like sit back and they just like slowly just grind away. But you really, really have to look at the times. So we're moving on. See, I'm forwarding the candles by 1 hour. This is 3 a.m. This is the London Open. Someone is saying you're on the daily chart. All right. So I'm going to close the chat now like this. Perfect. Because I know what chart I'm on. I've done this a lot of times. All right. Perfect. Someone had to ruin this for everyone, right? Okay, so this is the this is 6 a.m. Eastern right over here. 6 a.m. Eastern, this is the time when, like pre-New York starts and then you're inching towards New York. So now what you want to do is you want to look at the weekly. So now if we're looking on the weekly, what we're looking at is, let me just bring my toolbars here up. I think these are going to be charts. Oh, no, I think it's going to be line studies. No, view toolbars. Line studies. Okay, perfect. So we have basically this previous weekly candle came down. This weekly candle is about to start, so we're not really sure what's going to happen at this point. So let's take a look on the daily here. Looking at the daily, it seems like price is maybe creating some sort of a support down here. If you look to the left-hand side, it's creating some sort of a support. And at the same time, it looks like this was a support formed here. And now daily is kind of like, it's maybe like trying to bounce or whatever it's trying to do. So we're going to go over to the 4-hour time frame and let's see what more information we can find. So on the daily so far, we don't see anything of importance. Let's take a look on the 4-hour now. Let's zoom in here on the 4-hour. Let me just scale this as well. So I'm going to go to scale fix and scale it like this. All right, perfect. Okay, so when we look on the 4-hour, 4-hour seems like it created a resistance right here, and it created some sort of a support down over here. So basically, we're just kind of like ranging in this 4-hour time frame, right? And this range is now, we want to measure this range, right? This is a 25 pip range. So whenever you're looking at a chart, you're identifying the most recent resistance, and then you're identifying the most recent support. So resistance is at 140, 420. Support is at 140, 150. So now we're going to go to the smaller time frame, which is going to be 1-hour time frame. So we're going to clone these boxes over to the 1-hour time frame, and if you look on the 1-hour time frame, it matches exactly with the 1-hour time frame, right? Look at this. You got resistance, you got support down over here. So now price is just ranging, and now you're looking to see that, okay, how can we maybe try to take a trade right over here? So now what we have to do is we have to identify where is there going to be a good trade to take. So if we make this a little bit more clear, now, if price breaks above this resistance, price can continue up towards this area right over here, which is around 22, 24 pips away, right? I think we can all agree on that, right? This is the area where price may head off to. So what I'm basically doing is I'm marking off the most recent resistance, most recent support. Then I'm marking off, if we break resistance, where's the next destination? Maybe right over here. But if we break the support, maybe the next destination is maybe somewhere over here, or even down to this price level, right? But it's really important to mark down where the destinations are going to be, right? So now this is the start of the new 1 hour candle. Let's copy these all the way to the 30-minute time frame as well, right? Let's copy these to a 30-minute time frame. Let's go to 30-minute time frame, and there we go. Here we have the 30-minute time frame all ready to go, right? If we break the lows, we're coming down into this 30 pip range. If we break the highs, we're coming up towards, in this 25 pip range. I think it's pretty simple and straightforward so far. So since we have $2,000, I think we're going to be risking, let's say, we're going to start by risking 2% per trade, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to start with, 2% per trade. So let's play this. Yeah, the 30-minute candle closed like this. Let's take a look at the news. We have no news. Some MPC members speaking, but okay. So during this simulation, since we have no news, we're only going to be going based off technicals. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go off of technicals here. So yeah, right now we're just waiting for this 30-minute candle, and we're just looking at the 4-hour. And now, just by looking on the 4-hour, you know what I was looking at? Can we agree? This is something I just noticed. Can we agree that the trend is down? Yeah, we can agree trend is down, right? And since now we start reading the candles, price came down, kind of formed a support over here, and it broke down and created a low on the 4-hour, right? Created a low on the 4-hour, came back up. This is where Friday closed, because you see this gap. This gap happened when market opened. This gap happened when market opened. So maybe over the weekend price was still moving and price moved up, and then it created resistance here. Oh man, this makes much more sense now. We created resistance here, so maybe we made a low, came up to do a retest, and then continue moving down. Right? So in that case, I think what we're looking at is for this 4-hour candle to turn bearish. And what we've learned in the session here was that for the 4-hour candle to continue going bearish, it'll need to respect the previous candle's high. And if you look at the previous candle made a lower high and it made a lower low. And the one before that was bearish, right? One after that was lower high, lower low. And if this 4-hour candle wants to go down, it needs to make a lower high and it needs to make a lower low, which means it needs to break this minor support, right? If price needs to break that minor support on the 4-hour, I think it needs to break that support on the 1-hour over here and then continue moving down. So that's something I think we can look out for. And prices coming down. As it starts to break the low, I think we should be able to, yeah, perfect. See, now it's starting to break the low of this candle. I think this is an opportunity to maybe execute a sell. But now since it's breaking the low in the start, I think it's going to be much better to kind of maybe lower the risk here a little bit, maybe 1% risk. And maybe have a stop loss somewhere. Oh yeah, this is a big stop. This is like a 16 pip stop. This is pretty big. So yeah, we may want to use a smaller stop. Here, let's do 16. Yeah, that's why the risk is low. I wonder how much that simulator is. Yeah. 100 USD. But you also get you get 2 licenses with it. No, we're going to keep the chat open now. I mean, it's fun. Yeah, so you get 2 licenses with it. So basically took a sell, keeping the stop above the previous candle, and we're trying to let this run. It broke the low. Even though it broke the low in the first 10 minutes, there's a possibility it might continue back up, but we're in this trade now, and we're aiming for price to continue back down. So now, at the same time, I'm also looking at the time. If you look at the time, this is the first 15-minute candle that just closed. So if you look on the 15-minute candle, this is what the 15-minute looks like, right? This is what the 15-minute looks like. 15-minute has broken the low. It's coming down towards a minor support here. So I think on the smaller time frames, if we do some sort of a retracement, I think that's going to be an opportunity to maybe take another position. So we're going to keep this open and we're going to see how the next 15-minute candle is forming. Oh, I guess it's going to continue dropping here, but it needs to do some sort of a retest for us to enter another position. I guess it's kind of reacting to this minor support here, but on the higher time frame, it looks like a clean move down. So since we're coming down to this area, if we look at our trade, we are up almost 13 pips. So I may want to put stops at break even right over here and maybe close partial positions right here and let the rest run. I'm closing partial positions because it's coming down to this support area where we don't know if it's going to bounce or what. See this area on the 30-minute? This is why I'm closing partial positions. So this 30-minute candle is about to close here very soon in about 5 minutes. We're getting some sort of a rejection there, which is really good. Really cool. We're getting some rejection. I think the rejection is good because if we can get a rejection for price to continue moving down, I think it's going to be pretty nice. So this is where the 30-minute candle closed. The 30-minute candle closed bearish. The next 30-minute candle is opening. It's opening at this minor support over here. This is our 4-hour support down over here. So this is another, like 17 pips away. If we get some sort of a minor resistance forming, I think that's going to be another opportunity to take a sell, to maybe enter another position. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. So we're going to wait and see what happens here. So this 15-minute candle is respecting the high of the previous 15-minute candle. There's a lot of volume at this time too, because if you look at your notes will tell you there's a lot of volume at this time because this is the pre-New York time. Now this 15-minute candle is not breaking the high of the previous 15-minute candle, and it's about to close. Ooh, it broke the high. Ooh, it's coming back up. It's coming back up. And it should go back down. And this is the close of the 15-minute candle right over here, right? This is the close of the 15-minute candle right here. Now, if we're looking on the 1 hour, 1 hour is kind of like retracing, but at the same time, I mean, there's no confirmation that it's going to continue moving down. There's no confirmation yet. I'm just constantly looking for some confirmations because we're already in a sell, price is retracing. Now we want some sort of resistance to be formed for price to continue moving down. That's what we want. I think once this 15-minute candle starts breaking the low over here, I think we can maybe go into some sells, but there's support right over here too, so price may start ranging here. So we have to be very careful. 1 hour is still closing bearish. Yes, that's true. Now, this is the start of the 30-minute candle, right? So this is where you can potentially say that, okay, maybe this is an opportunity for us to maybe continue moving bearish, right? Because if price is going to go down, it's going to make lower highs and lower lows. And if we look left over here, candles were closing here, smaller bodies, and then price moving up. But if you look on the 1 hour, 1 hour is really, really, really bearish. You have this 30-minute candle, which is just opening right now. You have this 15-minute candle, which is now starting, but the previous 15-minute candle broke the low. So I think this could be another opportunity to enter another position with like a 9 pip stop. So we're going to do 9, and we're going to use a normal risk, which is going to be around 2%. And we're going to, I think this is a great entry right here. Even though, like, if we want to move our stop loss to above the 30-minute candle and expect the next one to continue down towards, 139, like this area, I think it's going to be pretty good. It's like a 15 pip range. So let's see here. We're still in the trade. So now see the 30-minute candle, it has broken the low. Oh, okay, perfect. Let's take a look at the trades here. So our first position is running at 24 pips. The second position is running at 11 pips. So basically what we're going to do is maybe we're going to close maybe full position on the second one. Actually, we're going to close partials. I'm going to close 75% position on the second one. I'm going to bring this stop loss above the 30-minute high, just what we learned, right? 30-minute highs, we're bringing the stop losses down right over here. And now, this was the one trade we had to take. And I guess I think this is a really, really good trade that we took. You're trading based off H4 1-hour zones waiting for breaks. Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. Jetmir, I think what you can do is you can disable the chat on your end. Oh, see that? We got stopped out. We got stopped out and candle closed above that support. So right now there's no, yeah. Yeah, see, so now this is the next 30-minute candle. So if you look at this 30-minute candle, the 30-minute candle closed with no wick over here at the top. It closed with no wick on the top. The support on the left didn't make you think about entering the second sell. No, because the higher time frame. If you remember the 4-hour we were talking about, if you look at the 4-hour, 4-hour actually did go bearish. So our target was down over here, this wick, and then ultimately this support down over here. Because if you have zones on the higher time frame, the smaller time frame zones will get broken, right? So that's why I think if this was one trade we had to take, this was the trade that worked. Now this 30-minute candle is closing below this support here. And if it closes below this support, like, if someone's feeling like a cowboy, they can take more sells for price to continue moving bearish. So yeah, see, that's where it closed, and I think it has much more room to continue moving down if you look on the 1-hour. But we only had one trade to take, which we took one trade, we left runners, and we got stopped out. So our overall gain for today was 2.27%. Can we back testing in trading view? No. Yeah, 2.2%. Awesome. So at this time, so this is the NY Open right now. So since we took our one trade, now we're going to sit back and watch how the candles form. And now, yeah, see, now it's kind of rejecting the support, going up, coming down. Now it's kind of like just ranging basically. Now it starts moving down, come back up. Yeah, so I think we're done for the day. So, this was a clean move that came. And if you stuck around over here, price actually went down towards, 139,700. So let's go to the next New York, next pre-New York here now. Let's go to the next one here. Raja, what are you using the weekly and daily chart for? Overall momentum? Oh no, that's just for like a higher time frame bias. It's nothing special basically. The only thing I'm going to use is what I show right here. Nothing more, nothing less. So you have to understand, my life is really simple. I've planned my life in that way. I don't look at any complications. If there will be any complications, then I'm going to let you guys know. But other than that, I only do super simple things. So perfect. So now we closed our day right over there, and all this happened while we were sleeping, while we were not looking at the chart. So if you were looking at the charts, like let's say in the afternoon right over here, you'd be like, oh man, let me take a trade. But it's really important to only trade the session you are comfortable trading. I'm only comfortable trading, like the New York, and that's about it. So this is what we have right now is your pre-New York right over here. So let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly candle is going bearish, but we don't know where bearish it's going, so it's like whatever. Now let's look at the daily. Daily is actually coming down to a very strong support. It's coming down to very, very, very strong support, because if you look left, let me see if I can look left over here. Oh yeah, I can look left. Yeah, this is a very strong support daily candle is coming down to. So let's take a look on the 4-hour now. Let's just go towards, let's just bring this thing down over here. 4-hour is at a support. Right? 4-hour is at a very strong support. The support got respected once, twice, 3 times. So there's there are no sells right now on the 4-hour because we're at support. There's no buys because we want to take a look at the buys on the 1 hour here. And if we're looking at the 1 hour here, what we find is that this 1 hour, let me just readjust this zone here on the 1 hour. And 1 hour is basically showing some sort of rejections here, right? Yeah, this makes sense. This basically, okay, so let me ask this. Okay, so let me just remove this zone here too. Let's just move this a little bit based on the 1 hour. How do you move this? Okay, right here. Let's just remove this area here, delete. And let's only copy the 1 hour over to the 30-minute. Perfect. Now, just by looking on the 1 hour, what's the probability that price will go down? That low, yeah, right? Low. Low. The probability is low for the price to move down. Very low. And why is that? Because you know, we're at a daily support, but the daily candle is still bearish, so we don't know, you know, but we're at a 4-hour support, 4-hour and daily support, right? So now there's this one concept I've been working on, and that concept is that if price is bouncing on a higher time frame support, then it will break the lower time frame resistances, right? So what I'm basically mean by that is that maybe if this is some sort of a, I mean, there shouldn't be any resistance here because the only thing I'm looking at is that if price is going to go up, it's going to have a very high probability to go up because you have clean candles coming down. So I think there will be the same clean candles moving up. So we have a 32 pip range over here. And I think the stops are going to be like around like, you know, like 20 pips, something like that. I think at the same time, Raja needs to grow them conspiracy sarcasm. Conspiracy. So now, since looking on the 1 hour, if we're planning a buy, we can do two things, right? Always in trades, we can do two things. We can have a conservative stop loss, which is going to be based on a smaller time frame, which will be the 30-minute time frame, or we can have a aggressive stop loss. Oh no. Conservative stop loss is going to be based on the higher time frame, the 1 hour time frame. So maybe conservative stop is going to be around like 20 pips based on the 1 hour, but a aggressive stop is going to be below the previous 30-minute candle, which is going to be around 10 pips, right? So it's all up to you. Me, myself, I'm an aggressive trader for somewhat, and I do believe we're going to continue moving up because, you know, we're creating support. So I think we should come up towards, you know, 140, 170 right over here. So let's do 10 pip stop, and we're going to do a buy over here. Go to 30-minute. Our stop is basically below the previous 30-minute candle. What's the lower time frame you look at to enter a trade? I just said it right here. And now we're just going to let the trade run. I don't look at 5 minute. I don't look at 1 minute. I don't look at all that stuff. I just basically, the same concepts we learned here. Oh, I guess we're moving up here early. Early, eh? Okay, GJ. Oh, okay. We're moving up 13, 14 pips, 9 pips in the first 5 minutes of this candle. You know, we're up about 12 pips, right? And I think this is the point where I'm going to close 50% right here. And yeah, let the rest run. Oh, at the same time, I think I want to put my stops at break even as well, right? So maybe close 25% more, put stops at break even because we already won a trade, and then we'll let the rest run here now. So yeah, I think this is good, and I also think that since now this is really very, very important, right? Now since this 30-minute candle closed with no wick at the bottom, right? This means that maybe the next candle can come down and stop us out, right? So I think it's going to be a good idea to maybe move the stop a couple pips below the 30-minute candle. You know, in this case, we're losing $4. We're risking to lose $4, but at the same time, with this tiny risk, we're also kind of like, you know, accepting that what if the next candle comes down, wicks right over here and goes up? Then we can make more money, right? So we've already secured some profits, so now we're just letting it run, and hopefully if we get a second entry, then we can basically add another entry there too, right? So now the 30-minute candle is moving pretty nice, which is good. So yeah, this trade was taken based on the, higher time frame, 1 hour time frame support. I wasn't really expecting it to go up this much. I was expecting it to kind of like come down and make a wick at the bottom and then go up. But I guess it is what it is. We're running at 15 pips. This 1 hour candle is coming to a close right now in 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. See, from here you can measure. Oh, okay, perfect. The 1 hour candle just came to a close, right? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome move. See, now our trade is open. We're over here, and now we're just chilling, man. See, the 30-minute now, basically, now, okay, now if you're looking at the candles, look at this, right? 1 hour candle moved up. The smaller time frame, 30-minute candle, has now broke. Now, these are the examples that we talked about, man. These are examples we talked about in our presentation. The candle is now breaking the low of the previous candle. What does this mean? Does this mean that maybe if we form a support, we can add another entry? Can we do that? We can do that. So now we gotta wait. Oh, wow, look at that move. Yeah, our position would have gotten stopped out. Oh, there's no confirmation. Oh, what the hell's happening here? There was no confirmation at all. It just wicked down and then just moved up. Wow, oh, what's going on over here? Jeez, this is running, man. Is this news? We're up 60 pips. Is this news over here? Let me see this. There's no news, nothing. Must be Brexit. Yeah, must be Brexit. Yeah, gonna put stops at break even. Gonna maybe move these stops too. Sheesh, move these stops right here in profits. Wow, this is a mango power move. Oh, look at that. Jesus, man, this is like what? We're up 75 pips, 73 pips. Man, sometimes, when you leave, like when you follow a plan, sometimes you catch the golden egg. So at this point, maybe secure 50% more right here and just let the rest run. It's only NY open right now. This is just insane. Wow, it's Tuesday as well. This was Brexit move, man. 90 pips. Let's see what the next hour looks like. Oh shit, next hour is moving up furthermore. Next hour, let's see what the next hour looks like. Oh, it closed bearish. I think we're going to continue moving down now. Yeah, so at this point, maybe move the stop. Maybe move the stop even higher. Maybe move it right down over here. Secure like 60 pips. And let's look at the next. Whoa! 140 pips. 140. Did not know it's going to happen. It's probably going to close everything right over here and call it a day. This is like 11 a.m. right now. You see this time? This is 11